Hi everyone, welcome to Art Club. I'm Miss Liz, and today we are going to be creating a really cool abstract painting on a piece of wood that you can hang up in your bedroom or anywhere in your house. Some of the samples that I'm going to show you I created on cardboard because I didn't have enough of the pieces of wood, but here is my sample on the wood. So the wood just looks like this, and then I painted it like that, and then I have a couple other samples. So these are the ones that are on the cardboard, and the paint really soaks in quickly, so it's not quite as vibrant as if you were doing it on the wood. So if you registered for this program, you will have already picked up your kit from the New Lenox Library, and if you did not get a chance to sign up, but you would like to watch the video and follow along at home, you can gather up your supplies and follow along. This is a really fun project. All right, so in your kit, you're going to get a piece of wood. Mine is a rectangular shape. They come in different shapes, so yours might not look exactly like mine. They have holes drilled into the top, and that's where you're going to be tying your string once your project is all dry, and that's how you're going to hang it up on your wall. You're also going to get paint in these paint pots, and you'll get some white paint in a condiment cup because we're going to need a little bit more of that. And we're going to be using popsicle sticks to take that paint out and put it onto our piece of wood. So I bet some of you are wondering, what's this for? What are we going to do with this? Guess what? We're going to be painting with it. We're going to be doing a technique called scrape painting. So we won't be using paintbrushes. We're going to be putting our paint onto our piece of wood, and then we're going to be scraping it along. So since we're going to be scraping it, probably most of us are going to scrape it all the way to the edge. I think it's a really good idea for you to lay out some newspapers on your work area, or today I'm using a grocery bag and I cut it open and laid it out. That way we aren't going to get a big mess on our tables. All right, so if you could just bear with me and watch a little bit more of this video before you get started, because I'm going to show you several different ways that you can scrape your paint onto your board, and then you can pick out the style that you like the best, and then you can go for it. All right, so I'm going to show you a few different ways of how you can apply your paint and scrape it. So I just took my paint pots, and if you're worried about it, you can open one at a time and scrape it out just so you don't spill. But for time's sake, I just opened up all of mine. And I took my popsicle stick. I've been kind of wiping it off as I go, so I'm not mixing the colors ahead of time. And then I just take a little scrape out and put it in place like that. So here, I'll do another red down here. So you've got enough paint in there that you should be able to add some more on there if you need it later. So this one that we're gonna do is we're gonna line our paint up on one side, and then we're gonna take our scraper and just start scraping. Now, some of my samples that I'm making, I'm doing on cardboard because I didn't have enough of the pieces of wood. So the cardboard really sucks that paint in a little bit faster than you would imagine. So then you can take and you can scrape another direction. And it's going to glide on a little bit nicer on that piece of wood, and a little bit farther into the video, I will be showing you that as well. If you think, oh my gosh, I didn't get all this covered, you can take your extra paint and you can apply it on here. Let's see, maybe some blue up here. And then take your scraper again and start scraping. Ooh. And And there you go. There's one sample. And then this one, I put paint on all over. So I'm gonna see what we get doing it that way. I'm gonna scrape my little painter off because I've got slightly different colors. And I'm going to, this time I think I'm gonna put like a little swirl into my project and see how that looks. So here's an example of where the paint just globs right off. You can scrape it up and put it back on there. And sometimes you don't want to cover the entire thing. You might want some of that wood showing. Now, I'm just going to show you if you want, you've got extra paint and you think, hey, I like that white in there. I'd like to add a little bit more white. So you can take your white paint and just put it in a section where you think you want it. You can see I still have quite a bit of paint on my scraper, so that's going to also mix in with that white. And there you go. So that's another sample. This one, I'm not sure if I have enough paint on there at the moment, but I'm going to try to make circles. So this is an experiment we're going to try together. So let's see if this works. Oh, look at that. And then I'll try to do a circle here. I didn't add any white on this one, but if this is the technique that you like, you can add any of the colors from your pot. See how I'm just twisting it around to make circles. There. Let's try adding a little bit of white on there and see what happens. Let's see. Ooh. What do you think of that? All right, so these are the 3 samples that I have for you. You can put your paint all over. You can put your paint on the side. You can put your paint in groupings and then make circles. Which style did you like? Do you think you know what you want to make? I think I'm going to, on my wood sample, I think I'm going to make one similar to this. I liked when I had the paint all over and it blended all together. So let's get started. Let's open up our paint. Let's start putting our paint onto our boards, and you'll just scrape it up like so and just kind of tap it on there, and it will come off of the stick onto your board. Then when you're done with that color, give it a little wipe off, maybe on a paper towel, and then add your next color. All right, so I did not have the condiment cups with me today to put the white in, so I'm going to just squirt it on there in a few different spots. I really enjoy seeing the white and the yellow when I'm making an abstract color. It just gives it a little bit more pop. All right, so if you decided what you're gonna do, you got it all on there, and let's get scraping. So I want to remind you that everyone's piece of art is gonna look different. No two pieces of art look the same. And see how all that paint is on your scraper. Sometimes you don't even have to add more paint. You just kind of lay your scraper down almost flat and that extra paint will come off. And if you're not quite happy with what yours looks like, you can add more color. So let's just say, I think I would like a little bit more of this pink in there. So it looks as if my project's done, but I'm gonna add just a little bit more just to give it a little touch of pink. And this paint dries pretty quick, so you should be able to do it almost right away. Ooh, I like that. And there we go. You can also use this scraping technique on canvas. All right, so how did yours turn out? This is what mine looks like. Hey, maybe I'll have to hang it on my kitchen wall with all my other stuff. I just want to let you know too that you can do this project on canvas, and that looks really nice because it's got the white background and your colors might really pop on that. So thank you for watching today. I hope you had a great time making your project and you didn't get too messy. I got pretty messy. I'm a messy artist. So if you want to share your piece of art, please post it on our Facebook post in the comment section. I would love to see how it turned out. Bye everyone.